Okay, so now that we have derived this equation, let's look at it from a real world perspective. So I again have house prices, and I have area, which is 2100 and 1000, and I have prices, which is 100 and 80. So my X matrix will be 1, 2100, 1 and 1000. My Y vector will be 100 and 80. Now, if I take the transpose of X and multiply it with X, take the inverse of that matrix, multiply it with X transpose, and finally multiply it by Y, and this is all possible because now with respect to this problem we have numeric representations of all these quantities. So we will get a vector which will have two values, one for theta 0 and the other for theta 1. And now we can write that equation with the calculated values of theta 0 and theta 1, X. So we can rewrite this as price will be equal to theta 0 plus theta 1 times area. So tomorrow if an unknown quantity walks in over here, so if I want to estimate or if I want to predict the price of a house which is of area, let's say 800 square feet, I can easily plug in 800 over here, and theta 0 and theta 1 will already be known to me, and I can find out what the price is for myself. So this is the first predictive learning algorithm that we have learned. Now keep in mind, we derived all this with a technique called OLS. So OLS stands for ordinary least squares. There are many more methods to come up with these theta parameters, namely, let's say gradient descent is one of those methods, and there are many sophisticated techniques that can be applied like regularization, ridge regression, lasso regression. There can be many variants of linear regression. So what we have learned is probably the most vanilla version of linear regression, but the important thing to keep in mind is that it is more than enough to get you started, and once you've captured the intuition, you can go ahead and actually learn for yourself what the other algorithms look like now that you're all familiar with the math notations and how to represent a problem statement in terms of vectors and matrices. So congratulations from where you started. I'm sure I really hope that you've come across far, and I hope really that we have smoothened up this learning curve for you. So for any questions or any clarities, feel free to reach out to us and we will be very, very happy to help you. Enjoy.